Hey everybody, it's Daniel with Hyperacusis Hope here. I hope everybody's doing okay. I got just a quick video today. I wanted to talk a little bit about rationing sound. And basically it's exactly what it sounds like, And in like certain video games, like a character has like a health bar, and if they get like attacked or like too tired, that little health bar goes down, and game over when that health bar goes down. I kind of feel like Hyperacusis is a bit like that when it comes to ear fatigue. I feel like before Hyperacusis, I ear fatigue was just not in my vocabulary. It's not anything I ever really considered. But it is true that our ears, when they're sensitive, can only take so much. First thing I want to talk about, I guess, is talking. Speaking most days, if I'm speaking at a reasonable volume, I am able to sustain that for a reasonable amount of time. Sometimes I can even do a couple hours, with somebody on the phone. But if I have had a setback, I sometimes can not really talk long without pain, and this can be really frustrating. There have been days where I've had to just, not be able to answer a phone call, and there have been times where I've had to kind of cut conversations short. And what I would encourage about this, as frustrating as it is, try to kind of learn to get used to that. The people who really care about us will understand that sometimes we need to take a break. One thing I've noticed is sometimes even a short break from talking and then moving around, maybe getting a little bite to eat, something to kind of just like, jostle all that around gently, does make a difference. Another thing that, ear fatigue can interfere with is like entertainment, such as listening to music. Also goes, for listening to people too, but like, I was gonna listen to music just a little while ago, and you know what ended up happening? I my phone was plugged in, but not completely to the speaker, and so the sound started coming out of the phone speaker, and I got pain and fullness in my ears. Nothing that I haven't dealt with before, and it's gone now, but I knew I had to put off listening to the music. As frustrating as it is, it helps to get used to it. When we get used to it, it really helps. If we get more flexible, it makes our life a little easier and cuts down a little bit on the frustration. But the frustration is real and valid, and I think that that's something that's important to talk about. Same thing with like cooking. There's days where, I don't know, it's weird. There's certain days where I can go on maybe 30-minute little walk in the fairly quiet woods outside. Have like a phone call and then still go and like, cook in double protection, of course, because, using the spatula and the pan, for example, can be loud. Or cutting food up, no matter how quiet you try to make it. But there are days where it is too much, and there's days where I don't cook. I have something that's prepared already because that's just not something my ears can take that day. So having to ration sound is a new concept with hyperacusis. It's frustrating, but it helps to get used to it. And during those breaks that we're taking, it's like a muscle that you work out, or it's like a skill like any other. It takes time to get used to being able to, for example, to do something like read while you're dealing with a setback, while you're dealing with the pain. Sometimes I'm in too much pain, I'll end up scrolling or something, and that's okay too. But I like to try to do something meaningful. You know, for me, sometimes it could be planning out, like, what I want to say in a video. Sometimes it can be just texting somebody, messaging somebody. And then there's a place, where you're just over it and you're just scrolling or whatever. But a lot of times I find that if I'm doing something meaningful and engaging, that it helps that time go by a little quicker till I'm ready to, till my ears are ready to face the world again. So peace out, everybody. Wishing everybody the best.